Hey everybody, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Ancel SP-02 spark plug tester. This was sent to me for the purpose of this review. I did not have to pay for it or send it back. These cost about, I think they list for $36 on Amazon, but there's a number of different coupon codes, and if I can get you even another one, a better one, I'll put it in the comment section down below. It is a very simple device. Really comes fully assembled. There is a power supply in this box and the device itself, and like I say, it is very simple. It has a hinged lid, a place where you can insert 2 spark plugs, and a dial where you can dial the RPM up. And that's really all there is to it. Like I say, it comes fully assembled. The power goes in on that side, and it comes with a little user manual kind of fold out thing. Honestly, it's as much warning as it is anything else. So I'm not really sure I'm even going to take much of a look at that until something goes wrong. So I'm going to plug it in and let's take a look at it. See how it works. I've got a couple of spark plugs here. This one is out of one of my Harley Davidsons, and it is a typical big old plug. It's out of an old shovel head motor. And then this one is a small block Chevy application. And the numbers, if you're interested, the one from the Harley Davidson is an AC Delco R45S, and the one that's a small block Chevy application is an R45 LTS6. And they're both old plugs, so this should be a good test for it. All right, I have the unit plugged in, and you'll note when you turn it on, you get a green light down here. Let's put these in. These go in with where the cap goes on down, and they fit in nice and snug. And if it'll fit one of these, I'm thinking it'll fit just about any spark plug you got. Maybe something out of a 1920 tractor might not fit, but these certainly do. They say to close the lid and turn it on. I'm probably going to have to get you a different angle here. All right, I have switched off one of my overhead lights, and I have got the angle a little bit better. You'll notice there are 2 red lights, one here and one here. And when I start to turn it up, you'll see those lights turn red. Now you see the plug on the right is getting a lot more action than the plug on the left. That one on the left, let's see if I can get an angle where you can see it. It is very intermittent. Now, one thing to note, both of these plugs are old. I'm guessing these plugs are a minimum of 10 years old, probably older than that. They have not had a huge amount of use because I have really not been able to ride my motorcycles much less. We are now set at 4,000 RPM, 5,000, and the max looks like 6,000. I'm not impressed with that one on the left at all. It's barely working. Let's swap them. Let's make sure that it isn't something to do with the machine itself. And I have a much newer plug here, probably less than a year old, that I put in the CJ7. So let's try that again. Nope, same thing. But you'll note that the light on this side is much brighter than the light on that side. But the plug action is similar to identical. Let's turn the lights out completely and let's see if I can get anything with the lights completely out. All right, lights are completely out now. I am having to go by the Braille method to find it. Here we go. Units on. Seeing some, oh, I see that sparking you're seeing down below. That's a reflection in the clear cover. Yeah, that plug that's on the right, that old big fat plug, it's not very impressive either, is it? Let's swap that plug out for the much newer one. Let me switch the light back on so I can sort of see what I'm doing. I'm going to put this plug in. This is an AC Delco 41-631, and let's replace it for that old one that doesn't seem to work very well. So we're going in there. Let's see what that does. Wish I could tell if that was focusing. That clear cover's giving the automatic focus a little grief. Let me turn the lights out again. All right, let's see what that does. Yeah, they're very, very similar now. Let me get that clear cover open. They say don't do this because you could shock yourself, but I have been shocked by things far, far worse than this. I mean, far worse, and survive. Let's see if that, well, you can certainly hear it better. That one on the left, can I get in any closer to that? Let me just try to zoom in closer to that. All right, that's not working out too well. Let me turn the light back on. This is the newer plug that's in the Jeep CJ that's only about a year old and has almost no miles on it. Now, look how that's sparking. That's really interesting. It's all the way, I'm guessing that's because of the angle of the electrode, or I should say the angle of the ground strap. It's going to the closest, of course it would, it's going to the closest point, and that's all the way on the back of to the rear part of the ground. Interesting. Let's try one of the others. Let's go back to this other one here. Now this has a much smaller gap because it's not in an electronic ignition. Now you see it's going all the way to the front because that part's the closest. Yeah, that works good. Let me get it so you can see the knob as I'm turning it up and down. So turning the knob up and down obviously turns up the RPM it's supposed to be simulating. So let's try it on this really, really old one. Boy, that's a terrible spark. I mean, that is terrible. I'm going to try cleaning this a little bit. Let's see if that helps it. Okay, I hit this with some carb cleaner and just ran some fine sandpaper through it. Let's see if that helps it. See if I can get it to focus where I want it to. And here we go. Oh, that made quite a bit of difference. Yeah, that made a lot of difference. Still at low RPM on this, it's doing almost nothing. I mean, look at it. Here's on. And now as we come up to, say, 1,000 RPM, 1,000 RPM right here. And so there's 1,000 RPM and there's nothing. So as we come up higher, about 1,500 is where you can really start to see it and hear it. Let's go to this other one. Here's this small block Chevy plug or this Jeep plug with the big gap I have because I've got HEI in it. So we're turned off. They're switched on. That's 500 RPM and I can hear it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it and hear it. And there's 1,000 RPM right there. And even though I don't like where that spark is located, that it definitely works at 1,000 RPM. Let's try that other one. Here's the plug meant for a small block Chevy. Now, the vehicle this in does not have an electronic ignition. It's still a points-based ignition. But yeah, I'm seeing it right off the bat. I'm seeing it at the 500 RPM point and the 1000 RPM point. I'm going to adjust this one so that it's not sparking on the back of that, because I just stuck these in. I didn't gap them at all. Alrighty, I spent a little bit of time cleaning and shaping the electrode and the ground strap on this, and now I have what I consider to be a much better spark. Now, is that going to make a difference on an engine like the straight six in my old Jeep, the 4.2, that pretty much maxes out about 4,200 RPM? I honestly, I don't know. But I will say this spark makes me much happier than the other one did. Okay, so I cleaned this plug up even more. I filed it and I gapped it and I cleaned it more with carb cleaner. But one thing to note is this plug, and you can see it, it doesn't sit all the way down in the machine where it makes good contact, good ground contact. Something's forcing it back up. Now it'd probably be pretty easy to take the machine apart and adjust that, but you'll note these others don't do it. They sit down and flush without a problem. Well, they do when you put it in straight. See, they sit flush without a problem. So, Ancel, you might want to look the other way if you're watching, but I'm going to hold it down in and try it. Like I say, I've been shocked with so many things over the years. Spark plugs don't scare me. So here we go. Let's see how this works now that I've cleaned it and I've gapped it to 0.35. So here we go. So there we go, about 500 RPM. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sparking pretty good. And we'll try it again with the lights off. But as I turn it up, you'll see I have a very nice spark there now. And we're all the way maxed out to what it says is 6,000. Let's try it in comparison to one of these others, which is the one that said small block Chevy. I think that's this one. Yep, that was this one. This is the small block Chevy plug. Let's see how they compare now. Very, very similar. Very, very, very similar. All right, let's try it without the lights on because I think that's cool. All right, here we go. Lights off. I'm going to hold the one down in. And there we go. That would be about 500 RPM. And I'm just going to slowly turn it all the way up. And back down. And back to right about what an idle would be. All right, it's kind of fun, isn't it? So there you have it, the Ancel SP-02 spark plug tester. This is one of those tools I have a feeling that you didn't know you need until you had one, and then once you have one, it's something that you're going to use a lot. I can see myself now going and pulling every plug in every vehicle I have, well, except for my wife's Cadillac. I'm not farting with that thing at all. But certainly out of both Jeeps and my motorcycles, and looking and seeing how every spark plug performs. I know the spark plug is something that if we suspect it, we just replace all of them. But, you know, now that they're getting, 30, 40, 50 bucks for a set, it kind of hurts if we replace all of them and it doesn't fix the problem. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me play with this thing as much as I really did enjoy playing with it. Thanks, Ancel, for making all the extra work for me, for now having to go back and pull all those spark plugs again. And I think, you know what? On brand new plugs, I think they're going in this, especially on any vehicle where the plugs are a pain in the butt to change. I think they're going in this first, and I'm going to gap them, and I'm going to look to see how they perform before I put them in. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. There will be affiliate links down below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for using my affiliate links. I would love it If you got some value out of this video, you would hit the like button and leave a comment, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.